2024. Whew, action fans really ate this year with a constant, steady supply of above-average movies. Well, at least according to my Letterboxd ratings. But maybe you missed some of the outliers in the tidal wave of mediocrity. The beekeeper. But I am here to remedy that with nothing but stone-cold heaters. It's like one of those year-end wrap-up things that Spotify does, or in fact almost every single other app does. Even my food delivery app does it. Your artist of the year is cholesterol. But who am I to curate such a list? Well, I have a podcast about action movies, and let me tell you, they don't give those out to just anyone. Let's get on with it, shall we? All the way back in January, Brit director James Nunn and action royalty Scott Adkins reunited for the umpteenth time to knock out a sequel to their fake one-take extravaganza one-shot, screaming, "Too easy!" and upping the ante in every way by shooting the whole damn thing in a real working airport. The faux one-hook remains, and this time there's more creeping. More fighting. And more of Adkins proving he's the hardest working human special effect in showbiz. Plus, Michael Jai White rescued from DTV jail, reunited with undisputed co-star Adkins, and finally given some decent choreo. The only thing missing from this one is someone saying the name of the movie aloud.
We are running out of time. He is our one shot to fix this thing.
Fingers crossed it happens in the much-mooted threequel, One Last Shot. Man, I miss Hong Kong cinema. In the 80s and 90s, they were churning out classic scrappers on what seemed like a weekly basis. But sadly, time and politics have blunted the mighty sword. Jackie Chan has gone to seed, and now we have to rely on Donnie Yen to keep the entire industry afloat every 2 years. So what a treat to be absolutely knocked sideways by Twilight of the Warriors walled in. It feels like an incredible intersection of generations old and new. Sammo Hung and Louis Koo as wise old uncles who can still kick ass when artful doubling allows. Kenji Tanigaki creating incredible choreography in, on, and around the real star. Kowloon Walled City itself, brought to life with incredible production design and CG, so much so that it actually feels like a lovely community and not so much the crime-ridden slum it actually was. Nonetheless, this one absolutely shreds. And the only thing it might be helpful to know is that it's based on a manga, so you know by the end, shit is gonna get loco! Dropped in the January Hollywood movie graveyard and overshadowed by that goddamn B-movie, came Land of Bad, a no-nonsense men-on-a-mission military action movie that kicks all kinds of civilian bum. With a budget big enough to actually blow some shit up properly, this thing goes absolutely ham with the pyrotechnics, marrying old-school large-scale shock and awe with new-school super slow-mo and FPV drone shots to awe-inspiring and nail-biting effect. Throw in tactical combat, close quarters fights, one of the Hemsworths. There's so many I can't keep track. Are they multiplying? They're like the new Baldwins. Anyway, Milo Ventimiglia from Heroes being an absolute badass, Russell Crowe crushing it while doing so much sitting down he'd make Seagal jealous.
Okay, Playboy. Let's do this by the numbers.
And you've got an utterly underrated piece of army action excellence. Indian action cinema might be better known for its overblown historical and fantasy epics, but in 2024, we hit an inflection point and got one of the gnarliest, down and dirty, bloody, gory action flicks in recent memory. Comparisons to Under Siege 2 begin and end with bad guys on a train meet their match, thankfully, as this takes a post-interval pivot from serviceable scrapper to something else altogether, with overtones of Korean revenge and slasher horror, while of course still finding time for Indian on-the-nose emotions and flashbacks.
Happy 4th anniversary.
Witness the best title card drop since RRR. Plus, it also manages to have a message about violence in movies amongst the carnage.
रक्षक नहीं हो तुम राक्षस हो तुम राक्षस.
And hoo boy, that carnage. This one definitely lives up to its seemingly uninspiring title. If, like me, you grew up in the UK, you've probably watched more Australian soaps than is healthy, so seeing what looks like an average episode of Neighbours turn into one of the best martial arts movies of the year is quite a trip. Bren Foster's passion project that he wrote, directed, starred in, and choreographed takes its time to get there.
Don't do that.
But the final 30 minutes of this movie feature some of the most sit up in your chair and whoop fight action I have seen in a long time. Announcing the arrival of a very exciting new talent in front and behind the camera. And he's my age. What the hell? Where have you been all my life, Bren? Oh, in a couple of cigar movies and a US network TV show. Fair play, actually. Seek this movie out, because this one is an absolute ripper, mate. So there you have it, a little amuse-bouche of some of my faves from 2024. And of course, there's plenty of stuff I didn't get to see. The queue is unmanageable, but if there's something I missed, throw your favourites in the comments below. And while you're down there, a like and subscribe always helps. And if you're interested in hearing more about these movies, you can listen to myself and various comedy-adjacent pals go in depth on my podcast, Dodge This, Action Movies Unleashed, available wherever you get podcasts. Plus, if you were thinking, man, I wish there was a video where Simon and a CGI alien take the piss out of the beekeeper, you're in luck, my friends. So I guess that's a wrap on 2024. Happy New Year, whenever you're watching this, and I'll catch you in the next one.